Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you Naruto, the God of Shinobi, part 35. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And after this I'm going to be posting what if Naruto got a new bloodline. So stay in tune and enjoy that. And on my main channel tonight, Anime King. And if this is the first time you're hearing of my main channel, Anime King, go ahead and check it out. I have over 500 lovely what if for you guys to enjoy over there. And if you do enjoy, go and click that red subscribe button over there and join the Anime King family. So tonight I'm going to be giving you what if Naruto was taken by the Raikage, and also what if Naruto went missing for 4 years. So go over there and check out those and enjoy. And also, if you're new to Anime King 2 and this is the first time you hear my voice, what are you guys waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King 2 family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. Comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. So the last time we left off, Naruto spoke to the Sage of Six Paths. As the Sage of Six Paths deemed Naruto to be his successor, the Sage of Six Paths also told Naruto that the 10-tailed Jubi has a mind of its own, so it will try to make contact with him soon. When Naruto woke up back, he had changed. His hair was long and white, and he now has the horns like the Sage of Six Paths. So with that, Sasuke, Utakata, Yagara, and all of them went around the remaining village, telling them that they must join with Naruto so that all of them can come together and wipe out Konoha completely, as all of them were happy to oblige. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. So let's start this new episode. We start this episode with the Kyuubi and Komi. Kurama, what do you want now? No need to be hostile, Komi. Komi snorted. My horse almost died. How do you expect me to react? Oh, said the Kyuubi with a grin. And here I thought that you didn't care about the girl. What changed? Don't get me wrong, said Komi. If she were to die, my power would disperse and take a long time to come back together. I am only worried about myself here. Sure you are, said Kurama. So, why did you call me? Komi asked, as Kurama sighed, as he pointed one of his tails to his left, as Shukaku was there as well. I want out now, you stupid fox. As Komi looked over at Shukaku. Not him, Komi said. Why exactly is he here? Asked Komi. He is still trapped inside of the Gedo statue. And since that Naruto is now the Gedo statue summoner, so that is why Shukaku is able to communicate with us right now. And because I'm nearby, me too. Hey, did you hear me, fox? Tell that whisker human to get me out, said Shukaku. And release you where? Said Kurama. Just be patient for now. You'll be free soon enough. Am I right, Komi? Said Kurama. As Komi turned his head, why did Kurama have to drag him in these kind of situations? Let me out, stupid fox, said Shukaku, as he was still pissed. I said your time will come, said Kurama in a deadly tone, making Komi and Shukaku feel nervous. As Shukaku then disappeared as he cut the link between them. So, the old Kurama is still in there, thought Komi. Well then, Komi, said Kurama, it seems that your progress in your relationship with your host is keeping up well. You won't regret it, trust me. Komi snorted as he then cut the link between them. Currently, Neji sighed as he walked through the village. Well, it wasn't really a village after what Naruto did to it, as he didn't even know what it really was. He was returning from a private ceremony that the rookies held to honor both Choji, Kiba, and Akamaru as well. The most effective were Shikamaru and Ino. Shikamaru lost his best friend, while Ino lost a close friend and her father. Hinata Well, she didn't seem that effective, as it surprised Neji. Kiba was one of her teammates after all, and he knew of a fact that Kiba had a crush on her. But Hinata was always paying attention to Naruto, so she simply ignored the young Inuzaka. Not that it would work in the first place. There was no way Hayashi would allow her to be with Kiba to shame the Hyuga clan, even though he didn't think that much of her. She was still part of the main house after all. Neji. Neji then stopped as he heard someone call his name. As he turned around to see Hinata standing there. What could she possibly want? Neji wondered to himself. What is it, Hinata? He asked her. Hinata looked at him. Not here. Follow me, she said. Doing as he was instructed, Neji was shocked as hell. Why was he shocked? Well, the girl did not stutter, not even once, what was going on. Neji narrowed his eyes as he walked behind Hinata, as he was wondering what caused the sudden attitude change. As thoughts came into his head, could this be a spy? Someone who used the transformation jutsu to do reconnaissance on the village status, and they transform into Hinata? He shook those thoughts from his head, but he still was on guard, if anything. Both of them stopped in a secluded area in the village with no workers or no villagers. As Neji asked her what did she want. Neji, I know for a fact that you're a traitor to this village, said Hinata, as Neji's eyes went wide. How did she? As he didn't say anything, but his eyes clearly tell that it was the truth. As she then turned around, and I also know that you're on Naruto's side. So where is Naruto? Currently with Naruto, he was wearing his new armor as he was walking down the hallway as Fuka looked at him. The kid looked different now, she thought. I wonder what happened. Where are we going? Naruto asked as Mito was leading him somewhere. We are heading to Uzu, the homeland of the Uzumakis, said Mito. Time skip. Hours later, the group were on a boat as they were going to the ruins of Uzu, as Mito and Kushina were currently looking around. As Kushina realized that Naruto was gone. Where is Naruto? She said. He's with Fuka, said Mito, as she saw. Kushina narrowed her eyes. Is he now? Said Kushina, as Mito raised her eyebrow, as a smile came on her face. Feeling jealous? She asked. As this caused Kushina to pause. After all, she didn't know how Mito would react, knowing that she had a romantic relationship with her own son Naruto. You can relax. I already know about your relationship with Naruto, said Mito, as that caused Kushina to widen her eyes. How? As Mito simply shrugged. I am not that dense to not see it. It's obvious that both of you are involved, and it's your life, not mine. Kushina slowly nodded, not knowing what else to do. With Naruto, Naruto was in the bar of the ship. It was a very large ship, as a lot of people were in there, as Naruto was getting many glances, many jealous looks, as Naruto was beside Fuka, and most of the mans in the bar liked the redhead, and they thought that Naruto and her were together, so almost all of them were glaring at Naruto with jealousy in their eyes. Oi, you, said a voice from behind Naruto and Fuka, breaking Naruto out of his thoughts, as Naruto turned around, as it was a random man staring at Fuka. Fuka, for her part, was drinking her drink as usual, as she didn't even bother to turn around and acknowledge a man at all. So Naruto slowly turned back around to his own drink, as he wanted to see what was going to happen. Oi, I am talking to you, the man said. Fuka sighed as she placed her drink down. What the hell do you want? She asked, as she didn't turn around. My name is Hibiki, the man said, with a smirk on his face. And I'm wondering why a woman like yourself would bother to hang with a loser like this guy, the man said, pointing towards Naruto. Fuka chuckled to herself. This idiot just made a big mistake, after seeing what Naruto did to Konoha, well, Hibiki was a bigger moron than she thought. "Oh," said Fuka as she turned around to look at Hibiki to throw him a bone, as he wasn't anything special. Dark brown hair with dark eyes, a regular build, in black pants and a white long sleeve shirt. "So you say he's a loser, and what makes you better?" she asks, as Naruto then calmed himself, as he was just thinking of murdering Hibiki. But now when she said that, just what is she doing, he wondered. Hibiki smirked again. "Well, I can tell you that I know what style is, unlike him." Fuka had to fight back a laugh. "Yeah," says the man with his collar up, thinking that he's cool. "What else?" said Fuka, as Naruto's eyebrow twitched, seeing where she was going with this. Hibiki continued to smirk as he got next to Fuka. "Well, I can show you a better time than he could, he whispered into her ear. "Sorry, but I'm not that type of girl," she said. The next thing Hibiki knew, he felt pain in his lower body, as Fuka kicked him right in his precious jewels. "So get away from me," she said. Hibiki merely stumbled back to the table that he came from, as no one else tried to take a shot with the red head, as Fuka then turned around to finish her drink. "Thanks for your help," she said in a sarcastic tone at Naruto. "You were the one who started to flirt with that guy," Naruto said. Fuka turned as she looked at Naruto, a challenging look in her eyes. "You wanna go, buddy?" she said, as Naruto raised the eyebrow. Is she drunk? He wondered, as Fuka then let out a small hiccup, as Naruto saw the look on her face. She was definitely drunk. But she wasn't drunk a minute ago. Seriously, what the hell? As he looked at the bartender, as the bartender was also looking at Fuka, the way all of the man in the bar was looking at her. Fuka then got up as she tried to punch after Naruto, but she then fell down. But Naruto caught her before she could completely drop. As Mito and Kushina entered the bar, "Just what the hell is going on?" Mito asked. "Ask him," said Naruto as he picked up Fuka, bridal style. The bartender started to sweat bullets as he saw the look on Mito's face as she slowly walked up to him. Kushina shook her head as she heard screams out through the bar. Seriously, what was wrong with some people? It looks like the bartender spiked Fuka's drink. Naruto went up with Fuka as he brought her to the bed on the boat, as he placed her down, as she let out a girly giggle. As he turned around to leave, but Fuka grabbed onto his hand, pulling him in bed, as Naruto fell down on the bed, as she then wrapped herself around him. As Fuka opened her eyes, as she whispered "come on" into Naruto's ears, as she slowly started to take his clothes off, as Naruto was never the one to pass up this opportunity, as he dived right in. When Kushina arrived to check upon them later, she heard the sounds coming from the room as she frowned, knowing exactly what was going on in there. With Danzo, he was currently setting up camp in the Land of Iron, as that wasn't on his mind right now. There was a spy in his camp, and the spy was executed not too long ago. But he got information before they execute the spy. Hyuga Neji, just who exactly are you working for? Wait, could Uzumaki Naruto be behind this? No, but his Anvu was placed in a genjutsu, and a very strong one at this. And it showed that Uzumaki Naruto had no talents in genjutsu area. But then again, the boy possessed the Rinnegan. Could that have given him the ability in genjutsu? It was possible. There are many unknowns about that dojutsu. And just what was the brat after? And if Neji Hyuga was on his side, there must be more. With Kabuto, he smirked as he gazed at the island in front of him. With all the rebuilding in the village, Tsunade would not notice that he was missing, and if she did, he would just tell her a simple excuse. Kabuto then glanced at the scroll in his hand, all the information he needed to find what he was looking for. And if he was successful, neither Naruto or Sasuke would stand a chance against him, as his long tongue came out, as he then smiled. The next morning, Naruto and his team arrived, as the whirlpool land had whirlpool defense all around it, and it was impossible to get in. So how did they got attacked in the first place, Naruto wondered, as Mito. That was one thing that she didn't understand, as the atmosphere was a bit awkward, as Fuka herself was feeling the most awkwardness. She had sex with Naruto. Well, she didn't really mind, but it seems like the boy's mother did, as Naruto was acting all oblivious, as Mito was just smiling, as nothing brightened the group when sex was brought into it. So, how are we going to get past these? Naruto asks. Simple, responded Mito. These whirlpools aren't natural. They are seals in the water, and only a Uzumaki can turn them off, as she then runs through hand sign and slam her hand on the water. A few minutes later, the whirlpools were down, and they touched shore. As Naruto looked at the island, it was bigger than he thought. As Kushina came and walked next to him, as the island did not look good, there was still debris from who knows where, and that was just the shore. As the plants has grown tall, and the place was bushy. You're impossible, you know that? Kushina commented. Naruto knew what she was talking about, but it wasn't his fault. Fuka came onto him. Well, sort of. But he wasn't going to turn that down. He would have to be gay to do so, and he clearly wasn't, as Naruto simply shrugged in a response. Kushina sighed as she didn't say anything else. What could she say? Behind them, Mito glanced at Fuka. Do you regret it? Mito asked. As Fuka shook her head. Hell no. I was a bit out, but I was conscious enough to know what it felt like. And he was awesome. Mito shook her head. Who would have thought that little girl that she had picked up would have turned out like this? By the way, said Fuka, did you know what was in that thing the bastard put into my drink? I am not sure yet, said Mito, but once we're done here, I will examine it more closely, especially since it is strong enough to bypass our strong immune system. That is not something that you will come along very often. As Fuka then nodded, but how did that bastard get it in my drink the first place? I don't know, Mito muttered. Alright, let's go, Mito said. After a while, all four Uzumakis were shocked as they looked on the site. The place was completely broken down. Nothing but debris, rumble, ruckus. Nothing was up and standing. Everything was torn down. As Fuka didn't thought where she had come from, but to think the place she had was resorted to this. Naruto merely looked around with an emotionless look on his face. Let's go, said Mito, as it been a while since she had been here, but she already knew of this, so it was no surprise to her. But Kushina and Fuka were clearly pissed and upset. But Naruto, she had no idea what he was thinking. What are we looking for? Or are we simply walking around randomly? Asked Naruto, as Mito glanced at him. We're looking for a scroll that contains a jutsu. What sort of jutsu? Asked Naruto. It's an old jutsu. It is the greatest sealing jutsu that the Uzumaki clan has ever created. Oh, said Naruto, as he got interested a bit. Why is it still here? He asked. Mito looked back as she frowned again. It was lost after the invasion took place. Kushina's father, the clan head, he hid it, but I don't know where exactly it is. Wait, Naruto said as he stopped walk, as he looked at Kushina. Your father was a clan head? Kushina chuckled as she rubbed the back of her head awkwardly. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you that, didn't I? As Mito shook her head. You didn't tell him that? I said I forgot, didn't I? Muttered Kushina. Whoa, thought Fuka, as her sweat dropped. Naruto sighed. Alright, so my grandfather was a clan head. Damn, I'm awesome. As Mito chuckled. But I still have no idea where he hid the scroll. It was the same the last time I was here. Before any more conversation could take place, footsteps nearby could be heard. I thought this place was deserted, said Naruto quietly. Mito narrowed her eyes. It is. Or that is what it's supposed to be. Kushina scowled. Trespassers then, she thought. This could shed some light how the invasion force bypassed Uzu defenses, said Mito as she started to walk off to the footsteps. Where is she going? Asked Fuka. Neither Naruto or Kushina responded as they just followed behind Mito. Mito finally arrived as she looked down. Anvu? And indeed, down below, there were 5 squads of Anvu searching through the debris down below. Both Naruto and Kushina quietly landed beside her, and a second later, Fuka behind them. Naruto's eyes flashed in anger as he recognized the Anvu's division. This is Danzo's root agents, he growled out. So it's Danzo, thought Mito, but what does he have to do with this? And why did he send his Anvus here? But most of all, how did he get past the defenses? That bastard, muttered Kushina. This wasn't on the scroll, thought Naruto, as the Anvu that Kurama controlled. No, that Anvu couldn't have tricked us. So, this operation is top secret, to where Danzo doesn't even have it on file or tell anyone else. What are we going to do? Asked Fuka quietly. We're going to kill them, of course, answered Mito. But we need to keep at least one of them alive. We need to know what Danzo is up to here. They have a seal that is on them that prevents them from talking, said Naruto. Then how did you get that Anvu to give you all that information? Asked Kushina. It was thanks to Kurama, responded Naruto. The genjutsu that was placed on him override the seal completely, making it useless. Well then, shall we? Said Mito, as Naruto grinned, as he then jumped down towards the Anvus. Down below the surface, Kabuto was here as well, as he was currently looking for the secret scroll that he needed. He had also saw Danzo's root agents searching the place for the scroll, seeing that Orochimaru and Danzo shared a lot of information back in the past. But no one knows the scroll's exact location. They know the general area, but it will be hard to find it. I just need to find it, and then with that jutsu, no one will be able to stop me, thought Kabuto with a smirk. Back to Naruto. Fuka was the one who captured one of the Anvus, as Naruto Kushina killed all the rest of them. Alright Naruto, do your thing, said Mito. Naruto walked over to the Anvu who was struggling against the ninja wires that restrained him at the moment. I wouldn't do that if I were you, said Kushina with a smirk. Just be a good boy and this will over soon. But the Anvu didn't pay any attention to her, as Naruto then ripped off his mask as he looked the Anvu directly in his eyes, as his eyes then turned slitted and red. As the Anvu body went limp, as he stopped struggling. It's all yours, said Naruto as he looked at Mito. Mito walked over as she kneeled in front of the Anvu. Alright, listen here, said Mito. You're going to tell me exactly what are you doing here, understood? Yes, the Anvu said. We were ordered by Danzo to search the entire village to search for a scroll that contained a sealing jutsu. How did you get inside of the island? Asked Mito with narrow eyes. That was what was bugging her the most. How did they get past the defense whirlpools? We disabled the seals that were generating the artificial whirlpools, answered the Anvu. But guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. Remember to stay in tune because I'm gonna be posting What if Naruto got a new bloodline after this? So remember to enjoy that and go ahead and check out what if Naruto was taken by the Raikage, and also what if Naruto went missing for 4 years. But for now, I'm out of here. Peace guys.